Welcome, folks. Hobo Rider back here with you somewhere in Southeast Asia. And I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce this particular project. It's actually not a project, it's a story. And it's an interview with a Buddhist monk somewhere in the northeastern mountains of Thailand. And I know there are certain rules, I guess, that are out there as to how you act and what you're supposed to do when you're around one of these monks. But just please understand that this was done in respect with this monk, as well as it was his interest in being able to do this. To talk a little bit with me, giving me a little better insight as to the background of a monk, how he became a monk, and what he's attempting to do in the village at this particular area. So I hope you'll find this interesting, and I hope you follow along. So once again, Hobo Rider looking back at you and welcome you into another story. Thank you. Moving right into the interview here, can you give us a little bit of history as to your family and how you became a monk, or how you decided to become a monk?
Yes, I am living in northeast of Thailand. So when I was young, I would like to be a monk, and I asked my mom that I would like to be a novice when I was young, about 10 years old, but she not allowed me to be a monk because she has only me. So, but I'm interested in, because when my teacher asked me, would you like to be in the future? I cannot tell my teachers. In my mind, I just think that I want to do many things. I want to use the time for do many things, for get more benefit to me and to everyone. So that's why at the time I don't know the answer, but now when I'm study at the university, I went to temple and the monk teach me to practice meditation. So after that, I feel that I want to be a monk. So that's why I decided to be a monk, because I think monk can teach people, can do many things. Like if you see some people, they have problems. If you have some Dhamma to talk with them, yeah, you can change their life.
And this is through the teaching that you've learned as a monk, we spoke a little earlier about balance, and maybe this is where you can tie this in, the teaching and what you've learned with what you were talking about with balance.
Yes, because I think for our living, we live with many people and many things in this world. So if like we are living the society, the religious, so we have many religions, politics, and also all of many problems. So I think it's come from the problem is come from the something that we make it not balanced. So we have to realize that what the importance of environment. So we have to save, to keep the environment by our behavior, by our disciplines. So if I can have the children at the temple, that every day I teach them to have the disciplines, like don't careless for the environment, we have to save, as you have to think like the environment is this whole world is your body. If you do bad things, you throw the rubbish, so it make your body will get sick. So the environment as well. So we have to keep it clean and save the environment. I think every day that if we can teach the children like this, they will have disciplines.
That's an interesting comparison that you did there, and it is the fact that if you don't take care of the environment, it eventually comes back to you, comes back to your body. And
Yes.
that is so evident in many places in the world today.
Yes.
And as we also talked about on my river project, it's so obvious on the river as to how dramatically that is affecting people in a lot of different ways. Even though, as you all know, it's very difficult to deal
Yes.
with the powers that actually control with what's going on. But it's so important for someone like yourself or your group to be able to teach these children.
Yes.
And which actually leads to the next question that I have. And how do you feel that the Buddhism can go about giving the same experience for the girls that the boys are getting? How can that happen?
For the boy, what I don't get the
Okay,
question.
the question is, in Buddhism and in the monks, that's it. It's the boys become the men, but as in many cultures, and especially Southeast Asian cultures, the young lady or the little girl is raised as being not equal with the boy. All right. So my question is, since the boy may have the opportunity to try to study as a monk and get the benefits of that, where are the benefits for the little girls in the village? And how do we address that issue?
Yes, so in the village, we are not difficult to communicate with the people, with the villagers. So for Buddhists, we are trained the boy to be a monk in the future. But for the lady, so after the boy can realize that the disciplines, what the rules and responsible of them, so they can go to their family to teach them. So I mean, if we are realize that the environment is how to save environment, so split out to our group, a small group, and the village. So I hope that another village that they can look and they can follow us. So it means can be split out in this world. I hope.
It's a difficult question. I understand that, especially since it's been ingrained in the culture for centuries with the equalization between the boys and the girls. But with that, I think what I'd like to do is we're going to move into another issue here, and we're going to talk a little bit more about how Buddhism, what their take actually is on the current issues with the environment. Continuing, you and I off camera, we talked about some of the pollution issues up in the mountains in your village, and you were talking about what you feel may be some of the solutions for that. Can you elaborate a little bit on how you feel maybe you can correct this situation?
Yes. So as we know, at our village now have the problem with the pollutions, but we have to know first where is the pollutions come from. I think it's come from everyone. So my rule is I have to let everyone at our village know the effect of the pollutions and teach them how to keep the environment. Don't make the pollution like you cannot take the and you cannot throw the rubbish around, because our village is very beautiful. As you know, we have the waterfall, have the forest. What happens is when the visitor come and they saw the rubbish around this place. So first of all, I think I have to educate them how to save the environment, how to keep our environment, our place tidy, make the impressions for the visitor. And last time our village have the flooding as well. So because of we are cutting a lot of tree, so we have to save it. And I think it's the good way for solve this problem is we have to make understand to each other that educate them that how to save and how of the bad effect to our villagers.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think your analogy, what you brought out earlier, holds so true here, not only just in your village, but everywhere where the environment is being damaged, when you stated that if you are not balanced within yourself, all right, you will cause imbalance outside of yourself, and that is so evident in the world today, in particular with the amount of greed that controls everything. So with that, I'd just like to say thank you so much for the effort to be able to sit and speak with you, because myself, I've never had the opportunity to interview a monk, but it's, I think regardless of whatever faith or religion that one follows, there's a lot of similarities as far as you're talking about, just the balance as a person.
Yes.
And I want to thank you again.
Thank you
for what you do, and good luck with your village, and good luck with the young ones that you guys are helping out.
Thank you very much, Mr. James.
Thank you.